Okay, so I'm gonna start off this melody by using this sound inside Sky Keys called Enter Mirror, and it sounds like this. And for these type of melodies, we want to play something more nostalgic, something more like in the romantic space, but kind of sad at the same time. But where the difference is going to be for these type of beats and melodies is definitely going to be towards the drums. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to be in the key of E flat minor, and the chords I'm going to be playing is B. And then I'm playing an E flat. And then I'm playing a D flat. And for these type of melodies, we're going to keep it just very, very simple. So I'm going to be at a 140 BPM. I am going to play in double time. And I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this Enter Mirror right here because I kind of like this sound. And I want to make it even simpler than this, so I'm going to play it over again and play even less notes, to be honest. I feel like I'm playing too many notes already, which is not typical of me, to be honest. Here we go. Here we go. Quantize this. This one is a little bit after. Let's go ahead and EQ this a little bit. Do some of this low end. A lot of this low end. The thing I like about Sky Keys, it already has like a lot of effects you can use in here, so we could just reduce the release a little bit. And then just put this arrow's already at the beginning, so it's good. And let's see if we could do a low pass filter here. Let's see. Nice. So we just leave it a little bit right there, you know, make it a little bit more warm. And we got our first melody going. So for my second instrument, I'm going to go ahead and use this soft piano inside Sky Keys. And it sounds very lush, something like this. It's exactly what it's saying. It's a soft piano. So the sound is perfect for these type of melodies. And this is also a perfect time to say that my new MIDI pack inspired keys is finally out. So if you struggle making melodies or don't know how to play piano or anything like that, but you want to make some nice melodies or just want to incorporate them in your productions, then Inspired Keys will be the perfect MIDI pack for you. If you want to grab that, go ahead. Link is down in the description. And while we're at it, don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. Okay, so for this second melody, I'm going to play the same chords, obviously, but I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of flavor to it. Here we go. Let's record this in. This note right here. Believe it or not, each note can make a huge difference if you didn't know that already. So that's why I'm very particular in every single note that I'm playing, because sometimes one note can just throw the whole melody off. It's crazy, but if you agree with me, comment down below, yeah, you're right. Or maybe just stereo pan this one to the left a little bit. There's stereo pan this one too, actually, to the other side. And just spread it out, makes it more wide. And to just add variation to this whole melody right here, I don't do this often, so I just make it a boring 8-bar loop. Let's go ahead and record different variation on the second time of how we're playing these keys. Let's go. Let me just adjust this now. There's something more like likable. That was a little obnoxious. This one's the one that's making all that noise. It should be right here. There we go. Everything's on tempo. I don't want it to be super like robotic or anything like that, but I don't want it to be all over the place where it's out of tempo either. So this one honestly doesn't even need an EQ in my opinion. Maybe just a little bit on the low end in case. But honestly, this sound is beautiful the way it is. We could add a little bit of reverb here. Maybe just a little bit of the low pass. Yeah, this one sounds, it's already nice and warm. Good job, Sky Keys. So for my third instrument, I'm gonna use Sky Keys again, and I'm gonna use this sound called grand piano. Not the best sounding piano in my opinion, but it gets the job done and it sounds pretty nice. Sounds like this. Actually, it sounds better than I first heard it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and play just the basic chords right now. I could easily copy and paste from the first progression I played, but I always like to mix it up and play a little bit different. But I'm just gonna play simply chords right now. And then after that, we might mess around with the melody a little bit. So let's just go ahead and draw these chords in. There was only one thing I didn't like that I played, and let's remove it. All right, nice. So we're just gonna go ahead and just duplicate this. Now I'm just gonna freestyle a little bit on the piano, kind of adding more to it, just by adding some high chords, playing very softly maybe. Let's see if I'm able to achieve that, kind of what I'm thinking in my head. So let's go ahead. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad. Let's see if we could just EQ this part in a little bit. For the second part right here, let's go ahead and record something else very subtle. The same thing I did right here for the first 8 bars. Let's go ahead and do it for the next 8 bars. Just reduce some of this very sharp. And now the melody sounding kind of like even a Rod Wave type of melody or something like that. But I know Mariah has a lot of those emotional love sounding like melodies, but it's the drums where it kind of makes a difference. So stick around for the drums. It is going to make a difference for sure. So the fourth thing that I'm going to add is a nice vocal sample. And I'm inside Arcade here, and I'm in the stacked section of Arcade. And this is called Harmonic Vocals Deep Stack. And I found this nice vocal chops. It starts off like this. It just sounds so beautiful just on its own, to be honest. Amazing. So I'm just going to start off from the middle section. It makes more sense to start off from here and then just play from the back and then just let it run through one more time. Let's play with the whole melody. Oh my goodness, that sample sounds crazy, bro. You could just feel it in your soul. And just duplicate this. I'm just go ahead and just EQ this a little bit. I might just play it every other bar, just like this. And after we added that little bit of reverb, I think that's it for now. We might just leave it just like that. I might add it every 16 bars instead of just every 8 bars. Don't know, we're just throwing ideas out there right now. And I added a second vocal chop that sounds like this. Now it just complements the first vocal chop, and I just muffled it down, completely EQ'd it. Just felt like something was missing on the second end, and I felt like the first vocal was a little bit too repetitive. But I added an EQ, a reverb, and I added a pancake so it could just be panning left and right the whole time. The melody sounds a little bit like this. And then all right, now let's go ahead and add some drums. Now for these drums, she has like more of like an 80s or 90s. I think this is like more 80s type of drums, but with a modern feel, of course. Not the exact 80s type of drums, but the snare with like a lot of reverb, hi-hats, barely playing, very subtle hi-hats, very subtle and very minimal drums. So let's go ahead and add this snare right here. And I am using the R&B Madness kit. If you want to grab that, link is in the description as well. I played that one. That was not meant to play. And another one right here. I think I like this note better. even just the velocity is a little bit too rough right now. Maybe to like 107. This one is 109, 107. And just duplicate this. Now let's go ahead and use another snare for every other bar. No, I don't like that snare. Maybe this one could work. This one could have worked probably for the reverb one. And maybe we'll add a little bit of reverb to this one. Not a crazy amount, but just a little bit. Let's pan this to the right, one to the left. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add like a nice little rim shot right before the snare with the reverb hits, just to add some cadence, some rhythm, and like a different type of vibe. So let's go ahead and record this in. I'm just gonna leave it slightly like that, and add a little bit of reverb too to this. EQ it a little bit. There we go. And now let's go ahead and add a kick, very subtle kick. This is the one, Spirit, right here. This has got to be the one. Just gotta add this knock plugin, possibly. And I want the kicks to be very spread out, not so much crashing into each other. Yeah, there we go. Just a nice vibe, kind of bouncing. And I'm gonna go ahead and add like a nice open hat. Maybe this quick stop open hat right here, right before the first snare, to this open hat right here. Different one would sound better. This tough one. There we go. Maybe add some delay to this open hat, maybe. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some hi-hats here. These breezy ones for sure will work. Very subtle here, just playing every 16 notes. Oh no, even more space. Well, let's just do every 64. Let's just say crazy number like that. We just still want to mess with the velocity here. Let's do it every 8 bars. And now we could do it every 12 steps or whatever. If you ever want to change the pattern, just go right here, 8, 4, 2. You could change the speed. So let's do 8 and let's do 24 steps. Go ahead and add a bass. I like this death bass right here for sure. Death bass inside the R&B Madness kit. So let's go ahead and just play it on the keyboard. So let's go ahead, rearrange this beat, and let's EQ a little bit, maybe add some sounds, take out sounds, I don't know. But the main portion of the beat is there, so that's all that matters. So let's hear the final result in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Bless those keys, the RMC.
at the deep end of this video, comment down below, deep end of the video. Like I said, I just released my Inspired Keys MIDI pack, so if you want to use it to create melodies, you're having beat block, I don't know, go ahead and grab that. Link is down in the description. Or you know what, just you want to help your boy out, you can do that as well. But anyways guys, don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Till next time, stay blessed, God bless, and stay cooking up for sure. See you later. Peace.